The Environmental Management Agency says the country has recorded a slight reduction in Veld fire incidents so far this year compared to the same period last year. However, this positive development has been tainted by loss of life. A 65-year-old disabled man from St. Faith's area in Makone district tragically lost his life while fighting a Veld fire recently. According to the agency, there have been 47 fire incidents burning 43,843 hectares of Veld since the start of the fire restriction period on the 1st of July. This compared to favorably 206 fire incidents and 54,971 hectares burnt during the same period in 2023. We're now joined live on the line by Emma spokesperson Amkela Sidange to discuss this matter further. Amkela, good evening. Can you start by sharing with us details on the fire incident which claimed a life in Makone district?
Oh yes, it was a very unfortunate incident, and as the agency, we want to raise our condolences really to the bereaved family.
It looks like we may have lost it on the line. Okay, I will move on to the next line of thought. I'm hoping that we can proceed with our conversation. There has been a slight decrease in fire incidents. What would you attribute this to?
Among them, probably we can identify the early alert on the fire restriction period, which already had been shared with members of the public, and you find that most people were now racing against the time, especially to ensure that they put in place fire prevention mechanisms. And on the other hand, the increased alert for the need to protect the environment vis-a-vis the already El Nino impacted grazing pastures. So you find a lot of farmers really they are judiciously trying to avoid Veld fires so as to save the lean grazing pastures. Maybe also we cannot leave out the recent rise in moisture owing to the drizzlies that was received across the country in the last few weeks, and in some parts of the country it was really heavy. So you find that the moisture in a way is sort of retarding the spread of Veld fires. In as much as we can record an incident, but the fire doesn't go on to burn a large area because of the moisture reserves that are still within the grass.
Now, let's look at the focus for this year. What is the level of risk of Veld fires in Zimbabwe this year, and how does it compare with last year?
This time around in 2024, the Veld fire risk prediction actually indicated that the country is in the medium to high risk to Veld fires. That is about 18.6% in the medium and the 15.7% in the high risk. But we mustn't forget that also about 12.4% of the country is in the low risk, and 13.2% is in the extremely high risk. Actually, we can say about 87.5% of the country should be on the high alert for Veld fires. Despite that, the bands are different. We can actually have even those that we say they're in the low risk actually having fires, or rather culminating into huge Veld fires. So what we can basically say is that the whole of the country should remain on the high alert, but especially for people in Mashonaland West, Mashonaland Central, Mashonaland East, as well as Manicaland. But we shouldn't also forget districts that are in the Midlands, such as Somabula. Go also to districts such as in Matebele South, in Sizamzingwan.
Konapo, Ipapo pa ZTN Prime, DSTV channel 294, the place to be.